Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can spice and jazz up your pages on Canvas by creating clickable icon button images. So if you've seen some of the Canvas template resources before, you might have realized that we've built in some of these for you. But if you want to customize them or make your own, there's a couple of different ways you can do that. Benefits to making icon buttons is that it really gives your students a nice visual cue on where they should click and where they should go. So it boosts the accessibility of your course and makes it easier for students to navigate. Plus, it also draws students' attention to those different areas as well. So it can be a little bit more visually engaging for your students and can even connect to your classroom theme if you have one for the year. So I am in a sample Canvas course right now, and I'm just going to scroll down and show you. These are the buttons that were preloaded into your course. There's a couple of different versions of them in the Canvas course template for BCSE. So you're more than welcome to continue to use those. But if you wanted to customize these and make your own, I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can do that. So the first thing is that you can easily save pictures or save files as pictures and then insert those as these buttons. So the idea behind these buttons is that you click one of these items, this one's linked to modules, and then it will take students to that particular page, resource, or external website. So what I'm going to do is go into my edit view here in Canvas. And right here, actually at the top of the screen, there's this website that says template icons, graphics, and visuals page. So technically that website, I'm going to come here and copy and then open that in a new tab. This website is actually a page in your Canvas course. We loaded this in with the template, so all of you have access to it. And what this is gives you basically an example here of some of the different banners, icons, visuals that were used in your course template. So here are some of the banner pictures. There's even a deck here that walks through some of those and how you can customize it to fit. But if we want to see some of those icon buttons, we're going to scroll a little bit further down the page. And I actually built those in Google Slides and then saved those different Google Slides files for those buttons as image files. So then I just uploaded them. So here is the example of the elementary one. It should give you a forced copy of it so you can make it your own. And while that loads, this first slide here explains everything that I'm about to show you in writing, so I'll go through it pretty quickly. But here we go. I can change any one of these pages if I want. So let's say I want this to say lessons. Maybe I don't want this to be the yellow background. I want it to be something different, like maybe green, so it pops. I can go through and change any one of those if I want. I can add new ones. I use the website flat icon for these specific little icons. And then I just made copies of those slides. So whenever I'm ready to use this as an icon button in my Canvas course, whatever slide I want to have here as a button and download, I'm going to select it. It has this little blue box around it. I'll click File, Download, and then you can either do JPEG or PNG image. Either one of those works. All right, and it downloads right here. So now if I come back to my Canvas course where I was practicing and experimenting with these different pages and buttons, I can scroll a little bit further down the page. And let's say that right here is where I want to add this button. So I can click and drag to add it over, or I can use the insert icon button on the Rich Content Editor or RCE in Canvas. All right, so I have added in that particular button. And if I want this to be a link to another Canvas resource or to a website, I select this picture. So we can see here it has a little circle or a little box around it in blue. I'll click the link button. I'll select external link for a website outside of Canvas, or I'll do course link if it's for something I've built in Canvas already. So if I want to take my students to a specific module, like our intro module, I can select that there. And now it's going to be set up that way. All right, so that is how you can use kind of the examples we've already built out in your course for you. Other things that you can do, you could totally do Google image search and then save those pictures on your computer and then upload them here. You can always upload via this picture file on the RCE and set up a link that way. Another thing you can do is Canva. There's lots of really, not to be confused with Canvas, but there's lots of really good button templates on here. So if I just actually search Canvas course buttons, I could see some examples. And I can use those. So here's one that's definitely designed for Canvas. So if I want to use this, I can. I would recommend maybe changing these colors because it's a little hard to read. Doesn't really quite pass the accessibility checker, but I can do one for modules and then a few other items here if I needed it. Just know that whatever you decide to do with your buttons, you still need to make sure you're following the BCSC Canvas course template expectations. So students need to be able to get to your current and past lessons. They need to understand teacher contact information on that home page. And then you can set up a few more links to maybe help resources, student-friendly guides if you would like. So if I make one here on Canva and I want to customize it, do whatever I would like, whenever I am ready to use this, I can go to share and then download, and I can change the background here if I want to be transparent, PNG. I can select all of these pages, or if I just want to do one, like this modules button, I can. I'll click done and download. So it's going to download that. And then if I come right back over here into my Canvas course again, I can easily add this button by clicking and dragging or by using the upload image menu. And it made that button huge. So I would definitely recommend resizing that unless you wanted to take up a whole screen. And there it is. And if I wanted that to be linked, same process here, external link or course link after I have this picture selected. So those are two ways that you can add buttons or icons and jazz up your pages in Canvas. The third way is actually using a tool that's baked into Canvas already. So on this Rich Content Editor RCE toolbar, there's a button that's called Icon Maker. And you can make your own icon buttons all here in Canvas without having to go to external websites if you don't want to. So if I click the Icon Maker, I'm going to click Create Icon Maker Icon. And over here, it's going to open a little window to the right-hand side of the screen where I can go through and make my own icon. So for this one, perhaps I'm going to make this icon a modules. And then I can decide what shape I want the icon to be. You have a couple of different options here. For this example, I think I want my icon to be a circle. And then I can decide the size of it. We're going to go with medium to see how that goes. We're going to make it, let's make it green. I can make the outline medium, so it has a little bit of an outline around it. And then you can add in text. That large, make it small. You can change the text background color. If I want this text to be on the actual button, I can change its position if I would like. We're going to do below. And then I can add an image to be a part of this button as well. So if I want to add my own image, I can upload one or I can pull one from Canvas in their repository of pictures. I will say that they don't have a ton of different options. They are a little limited. So just know that these are some of your choices. Like if I want to use that computer one, I could. Otherwise, I could upload my own picture if I want. I have seen some teachers who have a class theme and they upload some buttons here and make them all in Canvas, and they've uploaded their own little icon to be in the middle there. But whenever I'm finished, I'll click apply and it'll take a second for it to think, but then it adds my module right there, my modules button. And again, I can repeat the same process, select it, link button, and then send it on its way. So that is how you can make icons and jazz up your pages so they're a little bit more clear, easy to navigate, and engaging for your students using Canva, or by just using Google Slides or other files to save as pictures. I hope this has been a helpful tutorial, and stay tuned for more Tuesday Tech Tips.